Peace and love, everyone. Hi, happy Friday. Um, Today is August 5th, 2022. It's a 5 day, it's a Friday. It is an honor to be here, speaking and relaying the message. I was on a break the past couple weeks. Um, I made a trip home to Connecticut, and it was nothing like I anticipated. So that threw me off because it's life, you know? And when you plan, that's when usually you be like, oh, fuck. It's not planning for this, you know? Um, and no one can ever really plan for um, a spiritual awakening. So, like, it's kind of just, you just gotta roll with it when it comes, right? So I actually have a lot of news in the sense of planets, what's going on above us. I have a lot of news relating to that I can now officially like wrap up, I guess you can say. It's been transpiring over the past like 2 weeks. So, or yeah, for about the past 2 weeks, a lot of stuff planet wise has been impactful that it is definitely being felt on Earth. So, here we are, and we're just going to dive right in. Now, before I get into the facts of what's going on, just to touch base a little personally, I feel like I am dying. In May, in the month of May, I believe I told my cousin when I was in California, I believe I told her, I think I'm dying. I think I can feel myself dying. And not in the sense of physical death, but in the sense of spiritual death. I just feel it, right? I just feel like a lot of things are dying. And so it's interesting because it just popped in my head that I said that to her in May. And, you know, she's spiritually open. So she's like, tell me more, entertain me. With this idea of like your death, like what does that mean for you, you know? So I just been feeling, I think when going home really solidified that I'm dead, you know? I'm dead. I'm not the person that I used to be anymore. And going home, I really was going home with the knowing that I'm not the same, but then the expectations of the same thing. And it's like that doesn't even make sense. So that shit really threw me. Like a lot of the days I actually spent sleeping or alone back home, because it was just like a peaceful reset. It was just like, let me just shed this and leave this here. And so I didn't really do or see a lot of my loved ones that I really wanted to. um, and I didn't get to connect with as many like people and energies that I had anticipated. So it was just very interesting for me to be like back home dead. Like it's wild crazy. And then also like I view life and death as like I view my life as a consistent living and dying type of thing. Like I've died many times, which is why I feel like I'm old. I feel like I've lived many lives, and it's because like my literally the genetic, I don't even want to say the genetic makeup of my stars, but like the makeup of my stars in my chart is in constant transformation. Like I'm constantly dying. The moon I was born under was shifting from like the veil was very thin, the portal was very thin, when all this other stuff. So like I'm just feeling like I'm constantly dying. And then I realized too that like, you know, being like being bipolar and then dealing with like the polarities of your mind being stretched to the extremes is also like the significance of you dying over and over and over again, right? So it's like, okay, I get into these really deep, dark spaces where it's like I feel like they're really deep and dark and they're cold, and that's the death. And it's like, yo, if you acknowledge it, if you honor it, if you sit with it, if you live with it, if you die with it, you then get to be reborn, and you never have to deal with that again, because your rebirth has already happened. um, so these are the thoughts that have been going through my head these past couple weeks, which is why I've been kind of like to myself, in the sense of like video wise and stuff. And it's funny because then, obviously being tapped in, it's like, all right, because this is literally what's going on with the planets. And we're coming into a significant time of rebirth. Every Leo season, there is the opportunity to be reborn. We are in Leo season. Our sun is in Leo. So with the sun being in Leo, um, the sun is, your personality. It is it is more than just you. um the sun is intensely individual, like intensely individual. And like when that sun is in Leo, it's amplified because Leo is ruled by the sun. Leo energy is creative, it's forefront, it is presence, it is playfulness, it is the great. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Leo or because I know a lot of Leos. It's really just like Leo's that sign, and Leo's that sign because it's literally ruled by the sun. But I feel like also every sign is that sign. But Leo is that sign where everybody feels like they in their bag. So it's not just in relation to Leos. When your sun is in Leo, like this is also your time to like shine and put yourself out there. Talk crazy, like it's your time. Like it's your time to make your presence known and make it felt, make it seen, make it heard. Your energy is intense right now, so it is very easily able to be shared with others in a palatable way. So yes, that is Leo season. We had transitioned into Leo season on July 22nd. That happened on, I believe, I really want to say the 22nd was on, yes, the 22nd was on a Friday. Was it on a Friday? Yeah, the 22nd was on a Friday. And so, just that Friday energy of Leo, starting Leo off. Yeah, starting Leo season off on a Friday. That was also the start of the wave of a lot of new things coming. So on the 28th of July, we had a Leo new moon. And it was our time to magnify self, and understand that we are the purpose. I had this conversation with a loved one recently about like how like we are the purpose. We keep searching for our purpose, and the purpose is us. The purpose is you. The purpose is your passions. So going after getting to know yourself, getting to know your passions, and then when you go and you invest in that daily, that is you living in your purpose. The theme was bold, to be bold, to make bold decisions, bold choices, put yourself out there. It was a time for rebirth, and an initiation of new life experiences. So this Leo new moon was paired with the Leo sun in July, and it was just powerful. So this power, I feel like all this stuff can still be felt exponentially, but also it can be a good review to look over like what intentions did you feel, what shifts did you feel last week, and what intentions may you have set unintentionally under that energy. Words or spells can always be reversed. So if you feel like, you know what, last week I was on some bullshit, I think I need to shift. so that way that doesn't manifest. You're more than capable. You're more than capable of controlling that in your life. So if that's what you need to do, do so. But just know that energy last week was powerful. Powerful intention setting manifestation energy. And that is the Leo new moon, which is why I was also in a very perplexed and complex situation when because I was like, I need to do this video, and then it's like, yeah, you need to do it, but what you need to be present. You need to feel yourself. You need to understand what is going on with you right now, because this ain't it. And if you do this video, you're not going to do the work, so do the work. And so instead I did the work. And then also, that's very Leo. I played into my Leo side and was very self-centered and was like, I need to worry about me. And that's just being real. That's being very honest with you right now. Like, I was like, if I care about somebody else, I'm gonna take my life. Like, that's how deep it was. And it sounds like dramatic, right? People would be like, oh my gosh, stop, blah, blah. But I'm dead ass. Like, I be given so much and I don't evenly pour back into me. So it be hard sometimes to have to be firm in self-care, because self-care is necessary. And if Leo season is going to teach you anything, it's going to teach you to take care of yourself, to rest your body, and to have fun. So there we have it. So from there, we transition into August 1st. We came out of July and we moved into August. As July came to a close on a Sunday, we welcomed in August on a Monday with movement, with energy, with excitement, and before I get into the deep stuff, not the deep stuff, because this is all deep stuff. Before I get into August, I'm also going to talk about Jupiter retrograde, because Jupiter also went retrograde that same day that we had a new moon in Leo. And I like to say, any background noise that pops up, just think of it as like waves on a beach just crashing into the rocks, okay? So maybe wind this back and like envision that when you hear that noise pop up. But Jupiter retrograde, it is retrograde in Aries, and I know that when we hear retrogrades, we automatically think of Mercury, how much Mercury like fucks us when it goes retrograde. But like, not all retrogrades are actually bad things. Retrogrades are just essentially are like illusions of like what you think is not what it is. So it offers the space to like decipher, to not take things so literally, is kind of what retrograde allows you to do. And so when Jupiter is in a retrograde, because Jupiter is your planet of hope, expansion, and abundance, it allows you the grace to like retrace your steps and explore other opportunities that we may have missed because we were so like on this one track mindset. And it also allows us to shift into introspective practices so that our blessings may be amplified. So this is a beautiful time. Jupiter is retrograde now until December, maybe. But when it is retrograde, it just allows us the space and the grace to change, to right the wrongs, and to look over the trajectory of like of how we view things, and to shift that. So that is Jupiter in retrograde. And so right now we currently have Saturn, which has been retrograde since May, I believe, June, or June. Yeah, Saturn's been retrograde since June, and it allows you to notice the limits that you've been setting in your life, and we've been breaking free of those under that retrograde. Neptune has been retrograde since June, and it's been allowing us our clarity over deception. So allowing us to be clear as to what we've been allowing to be deceived by in our lives. And then Jupiter is allowing us to review and revise the belief of ourself. So what belief in yourself do you have that needs to be like reviewed and revised? And then that energy is so beautiful and to be aligned with Leo right now, because like we're gonna start this retrograde with Leo energy of like the confidence, the boldness, the courage of the lion to embrace and to shift our perspective on self, so that way our belief of self is strong, so that anything we do, we move with a strong belief within ourselves, that we don't need the external validation because it's internal. Whew. Okay, so next we have August 1st. So like I said, we started August on a Monday. We also started August with a beautiful conjunction. Conjunctions are when planets are all aligned in the same degrees in the same sign at the same time. So we had a conjunction of Mars, our north node, and Uranus. Mars is our planet of action. Our north node is like our future. It's like our future self. It's our uncomfort zone. It's what we're working towards. We're moving towards the north node. And Uranus is your rebellion from your norm. So that's the planet that rebels, goes against society. That is that. So with that conjunction, this conjunction is all happening in Taurus. Taurus is a fixed sign, and that's also telling too, because Leo is also a fixed sign. So with fixed signs, you're typically, it means it's like stuck. I don't want to say stuck, but set energy, and sometimes things have to come to shake up the energy in that area, just so it's not stagnant and so that it's circulating. So that is what has been happening with this conjunction in Taurus. This conjunction has been allowing us to like shake up a lot of stuff within us, and to recognize the angst and anxiety, but to still trust in the flow and the process. So it's been a liberation and movement. That has the feeling of this week has been, it's just been noticing that you just have to flow with the flow. Like, all you have to do is just go with it and allow the river to take you, and allow the river to carry you to your blessings. Like, yeah, the more you flow, the greater the blessings. So these are also, it's imperative to note that like these are two planets that speed up the pace of life. So Uranus is your instinct and Mars is your intuition. So they speed up your pace of life when you join them together. And then you join them together with your North Node, which is your personal and collective destiny in one. So it's like you're moving towards your destiny by tapping into your instinct and your intuition. So long as there's no resistance, so long as there's no lingering in the suffering, the flow will be beautiful. I read a question as I was doing my research on the planets. I read a question: are you expressing or suppressing your divine light? And that hit me because I was like, damn, wow, okay. I definitely will have to say I've been leaning more towards the side of suppressing and out of fear. You know, when we do anything, it's either out of fear or out of love. So I feel as though I've been suppressing out of fear of rejection, out of fear of failure, out of fear of am I capable? Am I good enough? Will people care? Is it worth it? Am I worthy? Those have been blockers for me, and it's been it's been having me suppress my divine light. And instead, I just want to move through expressing it. And so here we are. And I hope that for you as well. So because that happened on the first, this is once in a lifetime energy that we have experienced. This conjunction is a once in a lifetime moment. Okay, so I understand. It's like some may be saying, well, you telling me on the first for something that happened once in a lifetime, and it's the fifth. So why didn't you tell me? And that's true. That's true. But we still live through it. So long as you are here, you experience this. So now is the time to reflect on how your week has been. It's Friday. So how has your week been since Monday? We still have, not sure how you count your days of the week, but we still have 2 more full days and nights until this week is over. And then the first week of August, we have made it through to then meet on Monday the Lionsgate portal. But that's a lot of loaded information. So we're just going to focus on right now in the present. And in the present, you can ask yourself, how has this energy transformed in my life? How was it activated? In what areas did it shift me this week to, like, what changes can you notice as you look back and reflect on your week? The energy is still there. The work can still be done. It doesn't go anywhere. So yeah, we are in power and we are in control. Trust the flow. Flow with the river. You are the river. Your instincts, your intuition will guide you. Know that no one knows your life path but you. Understand that, believe that, love that part of yourself, and tap into that energy. 2 days ago, Mercury switched into the sign of Virgo. This is important to note because, I mean, it'll be here for about a month and a half of some time. Mercury guides our ideas, how we process information. It guides our thinking and our communication. Under Virgo, Mercury is exalted, as Mercury is the home planet for Virgo. And Mercury governs 2 signs. It governs Gemini and it governs Virgo. It works best, its energy works best when in Virgo, due to Virgo's precision and in order, in details. So it is focused, it's efficient, it's constructive. So that is in relation to your communication and to your ideas and to how you process your information and to your ways of thinking. This is a beautiful time for production, for productivity. So with Mercury in Virgo, with Mercury in Virgo, you may be feeling a gust of energy, sorts of a push that's coming from you, and you're like, yo, I'm motivated, I want to be productive, I want to get this and this done, or whatever it is. You're focused and you're making the most of your time, and you are in turn giving yourself constructive criticism so that way you may elevate. So all of this energy is just about elevation. We have tension because Mars is going to square Saturn, so it's just meaning, like, I don't even want you to get caught up in the tension part, but it's just be aware of your emotions, pay attention to your emotions. I know some people like to say, I don't like to even embrace my emotions because that's blocking you from your spiritual awakening, but we're also very human. So, like, as we live this spiritual existence in a human body, you have to honor your human emotions because they come from Earth and they come from above us. So that is being affected by these planets. So learning the planets helps you regulate your emotions, and then it helps you to understand, like, oh, I can be sad right now because my chart looks like this, and it's okay for me to cry. And I understand that these are my emotions. I honor them, I live with them, and I live with them. Like, I live through them. So not being caught up, like I said, no lingering in the suffering. So long as there's no resistance, your flow is going to flow. So just trust your flow. Uh, and then today, on this Friday, we have our moon, which is in Scorpio. Um, and back to our emotions, Scorpio is an intense water sign. And it is just, this is all just to say there are finding the constructive ways to express your feelings right now will be imperative on this weekend, because you may seem flustered or frustrated or worked up in your emotions and how you want to express them. And it's just sit with your emotions a little bit longer, so that way you have a way to properly communicate them without being misconstrued and without you feeling like somebody is not listening. Um, there's patience through the conversation. Um, I got stuck in my head, sorry. Um, Patience through the conversation. I said that because once I said patience, I thought of pace. It's because pace yourself as you speak. Um, your words are very, very detrimental in this time. We also have Sirius, which is our other sun in the sky. Um, it is the portal to Sirius is open, and it is amplified and open to its max on August 8th, which is innately called the Lions Gate portal. Um, it's important for this energy because there's a lot of energy that is being sent through the planet and is coming down on Earth, and it's allowing you to tap in, and it's allowing us to tap in a beautiful way, but also in a way that may feel overwhelming. It may feel scary. It may feel, why am I hearing things? Why am I seeing things? Why am I dreaming things? And all of these things are just the universe sending you messages. If you, the source, God, whomever it is that you believe brings you your blessings, they will be coming as this veil in the sky is open and this portal is thin, and you are able to just reach through and gain the knowledge and the information and have access to the light that is being offered to you. It is up for our taking. So meditating, consciously speaking, writing, rituals, whether that be with fire, whether that be with water, with air, earth, whatever it is that you do to honor yourself, to bring yourself back to yourself, so that you are then connected to the earth, so that you are then in a direct alignment with the universe, with your source, with your God, with your peace. That is this energy. That is the energy that we've been feeling. So aligning and finding your path. Your path is your path. It is no one else's path to tell you. It's not what somebody else told you. So it's what you want to do, your intuition and your instincts. So finding your whys. Find your why. Why are you doing what you are doing? And when you ask yourself why, if you can ask yourself why again, keep asking yourself why until you can no longer ask why. Wise man once told me that. Keep asking yourself why until your answer can no longer be combated with a why. So that is the energy that we have. We are in Leo season. Pamper yourself. Self-care is top tier during this energy. Um, Yo, these squirrels have been active today, which is also the reason why I put this view this way. Cause I need you to see these squirrels. Like I stepped outside and they was having a squirrel meetup outside, and they saw me and they all looked at me and then dispersed in different directions. Like that shit was crazy. Like, but how did I get to talking about squirrels? I don't know. Oh, they started getting crunk in the corner. Anyways, self-care. Self-care is a beautiful thing to do under this energy. Pamper yourself. Take care of your appearance. Leos are big on appearance. Big on take care of your hair, your skin, your naps. Get your rest. Restore the energy back to your being. And it's a beautiful time to take naps while this portal is open. I mean, okay. Also, let's be real, because like sometimes I'm a believer, right? But when you believe, you then have to believe in everything. When you're a strong believer, you have to believe in everything because you're believing in something. So what makes you say that somebody else's belief is wrong if it does not cause any physical, mental, or emotional harm or scars to somebody else's life? So it's like, I say that to say, because sometimes people be like, the portal's open, but the portal is always open. Like, yes, the portal is always open. Yes. But I also feel like there's a time where it opens to like, we can just reach up, ask for it, and it just comes right back. Like, there is a time where it's like, the portal is always open, but is it always open to just drop you blessings like very easily? Or is it open in the sense of like, oh, you can openly communicate and you have to do work to like really transport yourself to that other side, right? Right now it's very easy. Like, it's very easy to just like step into the spirit world. And I don't even want to say easy, it's very accessible. It's very accessible. So because it's so accessible right now, this is a beautiful time to do whatever it is that you do where you feel like you receive guidance from a source outside of yourself and a source outside of someone physically here. Like, do whatever that is, because this is the time that you will receive it. So if that means when you take naps or you go to sleep, you have dreams, then take ultra. And that doesn't mean force it either. That doesn't mean like, I gotta dream something. Like, no, it just means like, be aware, be conscious. If you take baths and you receive like spiritual downloads or tons of light codes and information, like, take your baths and honor those moments, make them extra special. Like, if you take a bath, put more stuff in it than normal, like fresh fruit, flowers, like, do it up, you know, like, whatever you do it up. Make it divine, make it precious. If you're gonna take a nap, maybe surround yourself with crystals, you know. If it's journaling, maybe set yourself in an area where it's aligned, that it's conducive for the energy to just flow through you. So it's about finding out what it is for you that allows you to tap in and connect to your higher self, and then amplifying that moment. Because in true Leo fashion, be extra, be bold, and do the most. And so yeah, that is the energy. That is the energy that we are experiencing right now. That is life. So I pray love, light, peace, transparency through the transformation, and abundance over your being, over your lightness, over your light, over your energy, over yourself, physical, emotional, spiritual, all all of your being, your whole self. I send you off. May love, light, and prosperity. May we be prosperous through this Leo season. May we be understanding of self, our new self and our old self. And may we be great. So until next time, peace.